In December of 15, the board asked me to look at the hospital and see if something could be done to salvage it. At that time, they had already talked to bankruptcy attorneys and they were concerned. This is the plight of rural hospitals. There's just not enough dollars that come into the hospital to take care of all the services they need. We have to do a community needs assessment. The IRS requires this every 3 years to maintain your not-for-profit status. In order to do that, we would have to have meetings and public surveys and things that we couldn't afford to do. If we lost our not-for-profit status because we didn't do it, we would have to close. There would be no way of staying open. And Archway, University of Georgia, brought assistance that we could use to do the survey. We heard very strongly that we don't want to leave the county for things such as urgent care. The University of Georgia and what they have done here have been absolutely tremendous. We are now at the turn that we have made it. I thank Archway for that.
You don't always get to directly speak with the population that your work is affecting. We are learning these concepts in our classes. There's really no better way to develop competency and even mastery of these skills than to be able to apply them to a real world setting. One of the most important goals that we have is to make sure that our findings are actionable and feasible for the community to undertake. This type of collaborative approach that we used, where we were really taking the academic community, we had the link with the Archway professional, and then also the direct link to the community was such an important model that we used. And it just shows that when you have that collaborative approach, that you can really create sustainable change.
The hospital is the community. It's just one of the most important parts of our community. My wife is Rena. To give you one example for this year, she came to the hospital with chest pains, went to the emergency room, EKG, MRI, whatever, found blood clots. And in the process of treating the blood clots, asked her if anybody had ever told her she had a small nodule on her lung. Nobody had ever told us that. It was malignant. They took out her upper right lobe and she's cancer-free now. Thanks to the emergency room, we found it. If we had lost this hospital, it would have been devastating for our community. When you have blood work done every 90 days and you just drive 3 miles to the hospital from your home, it speaks for itself.
We were able to get 2 peer-reviewed publications from our work on this project, which we hope can be used as a template for other communities. The goals of our work is that we are able to create something that the community can use. I don't think that either of us, when we were working on the project, imagined that it would have this impact.